to Bright Horizons with
Deb and
Jim.
good morning, hola, and buenos dias, everybody. Mwah, we missed you.
Benvenuti a tutti. Yeah, we're sorry we're not here Friday.
But we're here today, and
Yes.
it's Monday. As we promised, we're with you every week. Hope you're having a great morning so far.
And we want to wish Virginia Spencer a happy birthday from
Virginia,
last week.
happy birthday. We love
October
you.
12th.
Mwah, many more, Virginia.
Very special to us, Virginia.
Yes, you most
We
certainly
all
are.
appreciate you and all you do for everyone.
Happy birthday.
One of the largest
to
hearts
you.
of anyone you would ever find in a human
Doesn't she,
being.
though?
Yes.
She really does. And those are not just words.
Beautiful
We do
inside
love
and
you.
out.
We're grateful to have you. Illustrated Properties is Illustrated Properties because of you.
And Saturday evening, I went to a wonderful fundraiser up at the Hutchinson Island Marriott for veterans.
Oh, how nice.
Deb
Beautiful.
Doherty, our friend Deb Doherty.
Hi, Deb. Yeah,
Deb.
she's wonderful. She's so involved. Deb, we appreciate everything you do. You're absolutely awesome.
Deb started a veterans organization all by herself.
I saw that. That's awesome.
DDS for Vets, and it's grown to a board of directors. I'm a legal advisor.
I know
It's just
you
so
are.
wonderful. And 325 people showed up
Wow,
Saturday night
That's a tremendous turnout.
for the fundraiser.
What a tremendous turnout.
Yes.
Well, bravo. I'm very happy to hear that.
And the goal
Great
is to,
job.
is to buy service dogs for our veterans that
Oh,
are in need.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
And we always have to take care of our veterans. So please
Yes,
let
amen
us
to
know if you
that.
have any veterans in need. They can contact me, and I'll put you in touch with Deb.
This is the man, and then there's Deb, so
Or
by
you
all
can
means,
go onto the
please.
website DDS for Vets. It means Dedicated, Devoted Solutions for Veterans. DDS for Vets, and you can also contact us there. So really, we appreciate all that everyone has donated. It's wonderful. I think we're able to buy a dog as of Saturday night's
Fabulous.
event.
You know how much that means. That is the most. Oh, that just touches my heart.
Yes, because so
And
many of
whenever I
our
see
veterans
that-
have
yes.
post-traumatic stress disorder.
And the love that your dogs, as
Yes.
you know, give you is just phenomenal, and it is just priceless. It is just unconditional love, and they need it so badly. So please.
And you know, there's another organization for veterans
I love that.
with horses.
Oh,
Horses
well,
are
you know,
very
horses to
healing.
me.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
Horses are the beauty of the land. Think back to the days when they had the Roman Catholics, the cowboys.
Yes.
What did we do? We ride on camels? Did we ride on donkeys?
We
No,
relied on
rode
our horses.
We relied on the horses, absolutely.
And they really can empathize with you, and they can feel your emotions, just like dogs. You know,
Yes.
Dogs,
yes.
at least we can cuddle and embrace.
You can't
Oh.
put a dog. You can't put a horse in your bed with you. Like, oh, your babies.
But you can stroke it and communicate with a horse. So we're so happy with all these organizations helping veterans.
Oh, it's
Thank
so
you, thank
wonderful.
you, thank you.
It's amazing how many people do come together.
Yes.
So it's just great.
And it brings us to the topic of today.
Yes, and that topic is.
It's okay to not be okay.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
You know, Jim, it really is okay not to be okay. Think about that, everybody. We are okay. We feel blessed in so many ways each and every day, and I think that the good Lord gives us so much more than what we realize. But I know that there are times, because we're human, we just simply feel like blah, or we could use that extra hug, or we could use that extra something from somebody, maybe a sentence that someone has said, a word, or a smile, what have you, whatever it may be. It is okay not to be okay. So don't feel like you have to jump up. We're Bright Horizons. We're here to make your day bright. We're here to do everything we can. You know, we're human. We all have our
Yes.
blah days. But, you know, really, it is okay not to be okay. And sometimes I think we feel almost like maybe embarrassed, or just like we don't admit to the
Right.
fact that we're not okay. You know, maybe you lost somebody. Maybe you just...
Yeah, you really have to
there's so many
experience
things in
the
life
feelings.
that happen
Yes.
that, you know, really turn your expectations in a different direction. You may be thrilled an
Yeah.
hour before.
Right.
Then all of a sudden something will happen just to
Right.
make you just...
Yeah, the unexpected. You have to be
Yeah,
prepared for the
yeah.
unexpected, and experience the emotion. There's nothing wrong with feeling sad
Right.
if something sad occurs to as a
Right.
challenge, but we don't want that to continue indefinitely. We want to
Right.
try to psychologically deal with it and then process it and move on. But it is important to feel those feelings at the time that something does happen to you.
It really is. It most certainly is. Don't be afraid to reach out, whether it's a family member or friend. Just be you. Be authentic and say, you know what, I need to speak to somebody. I'm having a rough time of it. And let it out.
Right.
You know? And I'm a firm believer in also...
And Deb's a good listener.
I am, and so are you, Jim. I love to listen. I love to be there for all of you. And it gives me great comfort to know that I could really be there for you and to take care of whatever your need may be. And if I haven't, you know, at least I've healed the most important thing,
Right.
your question in your mind, the question in your heart, and just to know that you have a friend that's there. What I was going to say is also, a lot of us feel that, I think, questions, there's no such thing, think about this, as a silly question, or if you don't know the answer,
Right.
ask it.
Right.
Don't feel ashamed. People say there's no such thing as a stupid question. No, there really is not. There's nothing wrong with not feeling okay, and there's nothing wrong with
And
asking
other
a
people
question.
might be thinking the same question too.
And you might think,
right.
oh, gee, this person knows. Maybe they don't.
Right.
Maybe they truly
Right.
don't. It's not, it's who you are. Be who you are, period.
And I was thinking about this over the weekend when we picked our topic about experience your feelings when they happen. I might have shared this before, but when my father passed away when I was 15, it was my
You were so
sister.
young
My
when he
sister.
passed.
My sister was 16, and my mother. The three of us were together alone
Thank
at
God.
that point.
Wow.
And as the man, I didn't consciously say, "Well, I have to be the man of the family now," but I think subconsciously I felt that way.
Of course.
And on the way to the funeral, in the limousine, one of my aunts said to me, "It's okay to cry if you want to cry."
Right,
But I
right.
didn't really feel like I needed to cry at that point. And I said, "I love you and thank you for saying that," but I didn't feel like I needed to cry. Well, I didn't cry at that time. 2 years later, did I tell you this story? I don't remember if I told you this. 2 years later, in my fraternity, we had some kind of sensitivity training, which was great to have for boys, sensitive, understanding your feelings and being trained in that area. And they had me stand up, and you had to describe something about yourself. And I picked the image of twins because I'm Gemini, so I was talking about being
The twins,
two personalities.
right.
And all of a sudden, I got overcome by emotion, and I started to cry uncontrollably
Aw.
because I was talking about my father.
You
So
see?
I had suppressed those feelings for 2 years,
It
and then
goes
all of
to
a sudden,
show
this
you.
wave, and my fraternity brothers were all stunned. They don't know what to do. They're watching someone
Aw.
in front of them cry. And then, they finally came around me and said, "It's okay, it's okay." But internally, I had suppressed those feelings.
Of course you have.
And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, they came out in such a way. So it's important. The reason I'm saying this is it's important to experience the feelings when you feel it. If you want to cry, even if you're a man,
Right.
it's okay to cry
Right.
at the time something happens that really affects you. We all have to encounter the loss of a loved one, loss of
Unfortunately,
relationships.
right.
Like relationships end. No one's happy when a relationship ends.
No.
But usually it's for the best that the relationship ends, and you're moving on to other relationships with other people. So just experience it. Like Deb said, speak with other people, a good friend, a
Right.
confidant.
What you just said, you suppress it because you don't realize. But
Right.
when that time hits you, boom, and don't try to control it. Let it flow.
Right. We all have disappointments, so we always have to deal with those. It's part of life.
Sometimes
it
we
actually
feel
builds.
we have to be so strong for
it
ourselves
builds our
and
character.
for others.
It builds our character.
Yes,
actually.
you're right. It most certainly does.
If you shelter a child from any negativity and difficulties, that child cannot adjust because at some point there will be those challenges, and then the child will not know how to deal with them.
This is
So
so
it really
true.
is as much as we want to shelter the children, they need to be out and experience it,
For
and they're going to
themselves, right.
have the difficulty. But then you talk with them about it and try to let them know that everyone goes through these types of things, and you'll grow as a person.
It's amazing. All the love that you get from your parents, you're sheltered, and all the happenings in your life is just incredible. I was telling Jim, I found this, and it's wonderful actually. It's called My Prayer Journey Guide. And it's quite a thick book. Believe it or not, I'm in the midst of doing late spring cleaning.
This is quite late spring.
Yeah,
We're in
this
the
is quite-
fall.
we're in the fall. But I decided I'm
Fall cleaning.
organizing. I might even have like a garage sale just to get rid of stuff because I've got a lot of stuff that I've collected and a lot of stuff that is really fantastic. But it's a journey book. It's truly great. I mean, you have a space here, my prayer for today, my journey, my journal for today, my personal prayer list.
It is
See?
wonderful to keep a
And
daily journal.
This is teach us to pray, but deliver us from the evil. But, it's not just all about the religious beings. It's just all motivation. And it's a booklet that I picked up years ago, and I haven't touched it. I'm just so old-fashioned. I use my good old notebook paper, and I go from there. But this is a great journal that I plan on
Yes.
keeping. And definitely utilizing for sure, no doubt about it. But just a journal to go back on, like your big diary. It's just a wonderful thing because you can say, "Oh, gee whiz, I can remember that time,
Yes.
feeling," and I could just look back. In fact, I found something I wrote, and this goes back. I'm not going to get into it now. This goes back to '97.
Wow.
And I talked about
Who did you write that to?
Dear God,
Wow. That's beautiful.
love your daughter Debbie.
Wow. Wonderful.
Anyway, I have so many pieces of
It's so
papers that
important
I've
to put
written.
your thoughts on paper. You know, it
Yes.
reinforces
And you could actually
your
see
thoughts.
the date.
Yes.
And it flew out of the book. So I'm like, okay, well, that was
Wow.
a sign for me.
Yes.
You know, hi and thank
July
you for
6th,
allowing Greg and I.
1997.
Yeah, and it goes on and on. But I'll
Read that
just-
first sentence again.
Dear God, hi and thank you for allowing Greg and me a safe trip home from Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Lord, this was another function of many we have been to, and it was truly wonderful. The 4th of July weekend was our 10-year anniversary.
Whoa.
So it was a blessing from you in many more ways than one. And it goes on and on.
Right.
We had gone to a convention, and
Right.
I decided to write God to say thank you. And what I was going to do is transfer this into
Into the
this.
book, yeah.
And I never did. But this flew out of this, and that's why I brought this up. But anyway, I love doing that.
That's
So,
wonderful. Now it's funny, over the weekend, the Wall Street Journal had an article apropos to us. In the search for the meaningful life, simply seeking pleasure isn't enough. We need to struggle and sacrifice.
right.
And it's just spot on with what we're talking about today. That's what builds us, builds strength.
Isn't it amazing how it's true? You do. You sit back. Sometimes you think, oh, such a shoo-in for this. Oh, I could do this. I could do that. Not necessarily. It's about learning. That's what life is all about.
Yes.
You live, you learn. And, I mean, the darndest things that you think that you have underway, you learn from the next person. So many things I've learned from you, Jim.
Vice
So
versa.
many things that
Vice versa.
we learn from each other.
Yes.
That it's just a blessing. That's what makes it a blessing.
And it's important for children to recognize all that they have. I think I mentioned this before, but when my nieces were young, my brother-in-law and sister took them to Mexico because, as a doctor, my brother-in-law was going to help treat some patients and some people in Mexico. So they pick a village and they go to and they do health examinations. But it was so important for my nieces to see how these people live in Mexico, because in the United States we don't have that level of, unfortunately, it was poverty there. We have some poverty in the United States, but not to the same extent as Mexico. But I think that made my nieces appreciate the United States and the blessing
Very
that we have
nice.
to live here.
Very nice.
So I think it is important to travel with children and let them see, even if you don't go out of the country, take them to an urban area if you're rural, and vice versa, just so that they can see how other people live.
Yeah. You know what I get the biggest kick out? Like when you go to a theme park like Disney or it's Universal Studios, where the kids are so, ooh, Mom!
Yes.
And they're so amazed because there's Mickey Mouse, there's Minnie Mouse, and all the absolute animation that goes on. And in a child's mind, it's so important. And I just love watching their smiles.
Yes.
I love watching them smile. I love watching them get excited because it makes me excited. And that's truly what keeps me alive and keeps me going as a child. I always had the child within me. We
Right.
all have the child within
We
us.
do.
We really do. But I love that one because children are they don't lie. What you see is what you get.
It's
Yeah,
true.
It's true. And it's okay not to be okay. It's ask a child and they'll tell you.
Well, it's just beautiful to hear some of the things that children say.
Isn't it wonderful? They say the darndest things.
my
They
niece,
say the most
my niece and
fabulous
nephews, I
things.
just love to speak with them and hear what they have to, questions that they ask. It's the imagination.
It runs right with you.
It's just so beautiful, and
Yeah.
sometimes it takes you off guard,
True.
and you say, "Oh my goodness," how many adults would say
I
that?
know, right, right.
And they're very perceptive.
Very much so. Amazingly so. Very much so.
I was also thinking about there's a church in Hope Sound. Every time I drive by, it's one of those churches that has signs that the pastor changes every week.
Yes,
with
yes,
an inspirational saying.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And one time he had on there, failure is not falling down, it's staying down. And that's really true. We
Well,
have
yeah,
failures, challenges, we have to recognize it, dust ourselves off, and go on.
That's
you don't
right.
want to
Get back on.
Yes.
You fall off that horse, you get right back on.
Yeah. And
As fearful as it may be at the moment,
yes.
it's no longer fearful once you get on because you realize I can do this, I can do it, and it's another day.
So even though you might not feel okay at that moment, you'll be okay later.
Right.
It
is
you
okay
process
not
it.
to be okay. Right.
Yes. And people is so important in our lives, as we've just have been discussing. we've been isolated with the virus, especially last year to a great
Yeah, it's
extent.
unfortunate,
And
but true.
think about how when you were able to start being with people, that feeling, it was exuberant to
Oh
be
my
back with people
goodness!
again.
It was like, wow! I felt like we were in the twilight zone. It was really, and it's such a great feeling, especially with the holidays coming so close as they are now.
Yes.
And it was depressing. Let's face it, it was very depressing. It was sad last year because we were with our, we wanted to do more, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, there we go.
Yes.
It's just so important. Go with the flow. It will be okay.
Right.
It's okay to be amongst others who are not okay because we're not okay together. We're okay together. Once we come together and we form that bond, it all fits into place.
And it made us realize how valuable people are in our lives.
Think
you know.
about a lot
Yeah.
of things that we've taken for granted too. That really and truly brings to my mind the many, many factors of things that we've taken for granted. And
Yeah.
I'm
you,
just
and you can't experience
amazed.
it over a computer. You know, we had a lot of Zoom meetings and things, but it's
And
not
they
the
were
same.
very, wow. They were amazing.
Yes. But
what fun
we
meetings
need
we've
that
had.
human connection. So we're happy living here in Florida, especially.
Yes.
We've had more freedom than other parts of the country, so we're happy to be able to communicate and interact with others.
What a learning lesson that was, and we're still zooming away.
Yes.
It's a great way of communication.
And
It's not the same as physical, but at the same time, thank God we have it. You know, it's a wonderful way that we can continue that communication.
you know, and I so often see my sister and brother-in-law and my niece and nephew and the children, and it was so hard not being able to be
Oh,
with
I
them for a
know,
while.
yeah.
In fact, my sister John and Angela weren't even able to hug their grandchildren, as you probably
That's so
remember,
rough, yeah.
for so long. So they would come to visit them and stand a distance
Aw.
outside,
Yeah.
you know, and at least communicate verbally, although they couldn't embrace them. And you realize the value of an embrace and the touching another human being.
Right.
It's so important. You have to have that in your life.
The loss is there, and you absolutely feel it when it's not. For
And,
sure.
and they bring so much joy to me. I love being with my sister and brother-in-law and the children. It
Oh,
just
yeah.
brightens my whole spirit.
It
you know.
does. And now with the holidays approaching, I feel the same way. My brother, my sister, my sister-in-law. I wish all of my family, just that we're all over the place. We live in different places, you know,
Right.
but it's just a wonderful thing to be able to be with family. And
Yes.
thank God for the holidays and thank God for every day. But I just can't. In fact, what happened?
Yeah.
Last week was what, June? Or was it May?
And I'm so
Memorial
thankful.
Day. I
So
forgot.
thankful I was able
That's
to
so
see
fast.
Francis and Bernard and Cindy, my cousins, and Nancy and Walter. We were able once again to see each other, and it just made a difference, and it
Yeah.
brightened all of our days
Yeah.
and lives by doing that.
Absolutely. Well,
I
Jim's
have to,
got his
I
book
have to
with
remember
Marie.
out of my mind and into my. And thank you, Marie. Once again, we thank you so much.
I had a wonderful conversation with you, Marie, last week. It was just so wonderful speaking with you, honey. Thank you so much for being you and just lighting my life up with a lot of joy. Just your voice alone is wonderful to hear. So, as you know, every week Jim likes to read out of your beautiful book
Yes.
another gorgeous saying, which is
This is a story called Anxiety Virus.
anxiety virus. Okay.
And it's in keeping with our discussion today. Just wanted to read a little bit of it. How many of your what ifs actually come to fruition?
Hmm.
You know, we always say, what if this, what if that, what if
Yeah,
this,
that's
what if
true.
that.
That's true.
Has your greatest fear come true? It's human to be anxious when a loved one is ill, a phone call is not returned, a
Sure.
family member has taken a wrong turn in life. How about the less sinister anxieties? You know, because sometimes we worry about everything, which is not good.
Me, terrible.
What if you're not dressed appropriately, or you say something stupid in a speech? What if you fail when trying something new? What if your first canvas, as a painter, looks like it was painted by a parrot? What
I
if you
love
asked
it.
a boy or girl for a date and was rejected? Memory of your first prom? There is the power in positive thinking.
Mm-hmm.
What if rejection freed you to go stag and you ended up dancing the night away with your soulmate, the same person who still
Yeah.
makes you feel 16? So even though you
Wow.
might have asked a girl to a prom and she said no, you had the opportunity to meet someone else.
See, that's right.
So it's okay not to be okay because there's so many possibilities
it all
in the
falls
future.
into place.
Thank you, Marie, for the great thoughts.
That's wonderful. I love that.
Yes, just in keeping
They
with what
get
we were
better
speaking
and
today.
better every week, Marie. It's a great, great book.
Yeah, we
love
appreciate you.
Mwah. We really do.
and we want to sing We Love Being Here With You.
That song to me is so appropriate because we do love being here with you, and of course I have my
We introduced it at our last
tambourine.
show, and we want to sing it again for you because we really love it.
We love the
East,
East,
we love the West, the North and South, they're both the best. But we only want to go there as a guest, cause we love being here with you. We love the sea, we love the shore, we love the rocks.
And what is more, with you there,
There'll never
and
be a
never be
bore.
a, because we
Love being here with you. Singing in the shower, laughing by the hour. Life is such a breezy game. Love all kinds of weather, as long as we're together. Love is nature's our name. We love good wine,
we love fine cuisine,
and candlelight. I
we
like
love
the scene.
But
Baby,
baby,
if you know what
I
we
mean,
mean,
we love
being
being
here
here
with
with
you.
you. We
Love
love
being
being here with
you.
you. Now I know we're off a little bit, but we'll get it. We just love being here with
A
you.
little
You know
early
this
to be
song?
singing, but we
I
love to
guess
sing
so.
for you.
Peggy Lee sings it best.
She wrote that song,
She
Peggy Lee.
did.
She
We
was
love
really a
being
talent.
here with you. Yes, most
You know,
certainly.
She also controlled most of her songs too. She didn't give away the rights, which was very unusual for a woman back in that time to have the thought process to actually control what she wrote. So, great example for other women to take control over your career and your creativity,
Mhm.
and don't give it up to other people to control you. Thank you, Peggy Lee. That's really inspiration.
Yes, it most certainly is.
I have a quote I also wanted to read today.
Great. We love quotes. We love positivity.
True success is overcoming the fear of being unsuccessful.
There we
Okay?
go.
So
That
you-
fits right into
Yes.
our topic today.
Yes.
It's okay not to be okay. Say it
Yes.
again.
True success is overcoming the fear of not being
I
of
love
being
that.
unsuccessful.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And that is
Don't
so-
let those fears
yeah,
get in your
that
way.
is-
I mean, you got to pursue your dreams, and whatever it is, you got to pursue it, and don't let no stop you. It just means no, not now. It doesn't mean
Right.
no, not ever.
You know what no means? If you turn around, it means on, onward,
Right.
on, go
right.
on.
Yep. Turn it
Don't
around.
turn around. Don't say
Go
no,
on.
N-O. It's on, onward and upward.
Now, I don't know if I've shared with you, but I've gone on some auditions at the Lake Worth Playhouse.
Yes, he has. Ladies and gentlemen.
I saw that there were some auditions coming up on email, and I said, yeah, that would be interesting. So I read about the play,
Uh-huh.
and then I read about the different roles. And the one last week that really struck me, it's from a play called, it's
Sex, please.
yeah. If any children are listening, cover their ears. Sex, please. We're 60, and the
It's
one
adorable.
the
It
one
really is
character
cute.
that I felt had an interest in, Henry Mitchell, develops a drug like Viagra, but for women. So the play is hilarious. I don't want to tell you too much about it, but I wanted to be the scientist Henry Mitchell who develops this formula. Well, I actually went to the last Tuesday night to audition. I stood up on the stage all alone, and I had a monologue which I wrote, and I was so proud of it. And the director and the artistic director actually laughed at the end of my monologue.
Oh, I'm sure
So
they did. You're hilarious.
it really
You're
made me
very
feel great.
gifted that way, Jim.
Yes.
You're very, you got that brilliant mind about you that just.
So
fits
then they
right
gave
in.
me part of the script, and they said, come back in about 20 minutes, and we want you to read with another actor the role. So I went back out.
I could see
interviewed
you
other
doing
people,
this for sure.
and
I
then
can see it.
went back up, and we read the role. I read for Henry, and the other characters, Bud, and then we reversed the roles. Well, the director contacted me the other night and said they've decided to go in a little different direction, so I was not selected. But he encouraged me to
Oh,
audition
Okay.
for a later show, which I think he feels that I might be suited for,
Okay.
called The Mousetrap, which has played for 68 years on the London stage. Imagine consecutively. This is the
I've heard
longest
it,
running
yes, The
play.
Mousetrap.
It's a whodunit type of drama with some comedy. But one of the characters in that is the one that I think I'd like to audition for. But here, I think the reason that I wasn't picked for this Sex Please, We're 60, is because my love interest is a certain character, and if you have to be able to see me and her together, And I think perhaps the role of that character is not really one that would be appropriate for she and I to be,
Right.
romantically
Timing.
involved.
It just
Yeah.
is exactly.
So I was a little bit disappointed, but the
That's
fact
okay.
that
No, no,
the
you
fact
go
that
on.
he said
Yeah,
to me,
that's-
"Please think about coming back to audition
Right,
for that."
exactly.
showed
And
that-
listen, if you're not in it, you can't win it. It's like
Right.
anything else. You've got
Right.
to. What did you just get done saying?
Yes.
You have to keep a positive mode in your mind, and success is only success. What is that old saying? Winners never quit, and quitters never
Right.
win. There
But
you go.
it takes courage to get up there and audition.
Sure it does. Of
Especially
course it
on the
does.
stage all by myself, and the
Oh,
director and the
there's no
artistic
doubt.
director were like in the 8th row,
Aw.
and but I
said
felt
to
good
Jim,
about my
when
monologue.
when I saw this, I turned to Jim and I said, "You know what?" And he looked at me, started to laugh because I saw it myself because I get the emails. And I'm like, I can't believe this would be ideal. And I
Yes.
just happened to I just pictured you on stage
Yes,
with this.
yeah.
So timing is everything. It's not now, but
Right.
it'll be when the time is
Right,
right. That's
right.
all.
So-
you keep your positivity.
Yes, I really
It's
enjoy
okay
it.
not to be okay.
I'm a
It's-
comedy
yeah.
writer, so I
Yeah.
enjoy writing the monologue.
Right.
And it related to the part. It was really cute, and they laughed, so I got the point across, and I'm really satisfied that I got to that level.
I'm glad to.
Yes, so it was a great experience.
It's a great, and it's fun. It uplifts you, makes you
Yes.
feel, wow. I conquered my fears
Yes.
to a certain degree. Hey, we all have the ability to do whatever is necessary. If you feel it in your heart, go with it. And if you're afraid, go with it.
Right.
It's okay to be afraid. In fact, if you weren't afraid, guess what? You wouldn't be
It
human.
wouldn't have meaning, too.
And it
also.
wouldn't have meaning,
Yes,
right? So you need
yes.
to be, and that's you're going to shake it off. So many things that we want to do in life, and shake it off. There are many things I myself didn't want to do, but I did, and guess what? I'm so happy I did.
Yes.
So never say never, and just go for the gusto. Do it. The experience.
Yes.
As Jim was just
Just a
relating
wonderful
to.
experience.
Just if anything, just for that.
Yes.
And just and that next time, which
Yeah.
there will be a next time. You'll do things differently.
Right.
You won't be as nervous, perhaps.
Right.
You'll get that yes instead of not now or whatever. It's all timing is everything.
Yes.
It truly is.
And the director and the artistic director in that circumstance have a certain character
Right,
in their
exactly,
mind. So you might
exactly.
not be the appropriate
Right,
character for
right.
that particular situation. So,
However, down the road
yeah,
you may.
yeah.
So it's
So
good. I'm
I'm
proud
going
of
to
you.
keep going onward.
I'm proud of you, Jim. I am.
More auditions in the future. helps
it
me
goes
grow.
to show. It does.
Helps me grow.
You grow, and we never. It's funny because we never stop learning. It's true.
Yes.
We never ever think about that. We never stop learning. We never stop growing. We think just when we think that we know it all, and that we think, oh, and it's true. I think it's human nature to feel that way because you feel like, oh, well, I already know that. I've already gone that road. No, you haven't. You have
It's
not.
true.
We truly need to continue on our journeys. This is why it's a journey. Our journey doesn't stop until our day is done,
And it's a
we
beautiful journey.
are right. So we make our journeys what they are, and we do the best we can, and until our last day on earth.
We're going to another journey.
Exactly.
Beautiful
We're
eternity.
going to another journey.
Yes.
So keep it
And
going.
What a difference a day makes,
What a
right?
difference a day makes. And you know what that means. We love to sing our song.
It's time for the song.
What a difference a day makes. 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. What a difference a day makes. And the difference is you and you and you. You better believe you make a difference. We all make a difference.
Yes,
And
we
it's
appreciate
okay
you.
being okay. We appreciate you. And we certainly look forward to seeing you next week.
And we want to remind you to keep
Your horizons
bright.
Always. Mwah. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bye-bye,
Please
everyone.
share this with others. We always enjoy